Here we are just weeks away from Election Day. We're turning to Decision 2024, and we're learning more about a man who was arrested near former President Donald Trump's campaign rally in Coachella, California, near Palm Springs. Federal officials say as of now, there's no evidence to indicate the man detained before the rally yesterday had any intention of trying to shoot Donald Trump. Sheriff Chad Bianco revealed at a news conference today that when they found him and stopped him, they found a lot of guns on him.
The deputy eventually found multiple passports with multiple names, multiple driver's license with different names. The vehicle was unregistered, and the license plate was what we in law enforcement would recognize as one that is homemade and indicative of a group of individuals that claim to be sovereign citizens.
Authorities detained him on gun charges and he was jailed. He later posted a $5,000 bond and was able to get out of jail. Donald Trump's campaign responded to the events, thanking law enforcement for their action. And today, the former president held a rally here in Arizona in Prescott Valley. He also got the endorsement of the National Border Patrol Council at that event. 12 News journalist Justin Pizzera with a look at the rally today.
Shortly before the rally, Mr. Trump held a roundtable backstage where he really focused on addressing the voters who are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That is a group that he wants to focus on and that he really wants to come out and vote this election cycle. During the rally, though, much of this speech was focused on the southern border. That is the #1 issue he says is facing the country. In a packed arena in Prescott Valley, former President Donald Trump laid out his plan and complaints about the country and his opponent, Vice President Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris's reign of terror ends the day I take the oath of office.
For 2 hours, Mr. Trump spoke to the crowd. The bulk of his speech focused on the southern border.
The #1 issue they have down is the economy and inflation, and I agree they're horrible issues. But I think the #1 issue is the destruction of our country, what's happened at the border.
In Sunday's speech, Mr. Trump proposed a law dating back to 1798, which gives the president power to detain and deport foreign enemies.
No, this is a little different act, the Aliens Enemy Act, 1798, to target and dismantle every migrant criminal network operating on American soil, 100%.
Critics believe the law could be broadly used to detain and deport illegal immigrants without due process and would give the president too much sweeping power. Trump is also proposing a mandatory prison sentence without the possibility of parole if someone crosses the border illegally and is caught doing it again, and the death penalty if an illegal immigrant kills an American citizen. Mr. Trump says if he wins, he will rescue Arizona.
November 5th, 2024 will be Liberation Day in America.
Mr. Trump says that he is really looking forward to holding another rally, this time at Madison Square Gardens on October the 27th. That'll be the final stretch of the campaign. He says his campaign is also looking at booking arenas in Pennsylvania and Atlanta. Reporting in Prescott Valley, Justin Pizzera, 12 News.
Justin, thank you. Vice President Kamala Harris also holding campaign events in a battleground state today. In fact, new polling is showing that these battleground states could still go either way, coming right down to the wire. So she spoke at a church in Greenville, North Carolina, and then headed to an arena with a crowd of some 7,000 supporters to speak with them. North Carolina, of course, still dealing with devastation from Hurricane Helene, and Harris spoke about the storm and the recovery.
And he and Governor Cooper are not here today because they've been working around the clock dealing with the hurricane recovery efforts. And we want to always thank them and all the incredible local, state, and federal leaders who have been working together for North Carolina.
So again, take your polls for what you will, but they show that North Carolina is a toss-up, just like Arizona and about every other battleground state. But North Carolina hasn't voted for a Democratic presidential nominee since Barack Obama in 2008. And as we look ahead this week, we have more big political names coming to Arizona, and we've learned that former President Barack Obama will be here in Arizona. He'll be in Tucson on Friday, campaigning for Kamala Harris. Coming up next, how you can celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day tomorrow here in the Valley. And also SpaceX making big history with this big rocket that could someday take us to Mars. Why today was such a big milestone. Lindsay.
And the week has arrived where the cooler temperatures arrive. We have one more record high tomorrow, and then we are going down in the temperature department. Details minutes away.
Troy, and I'm just going to say this, that Rocket did something the Cardinals struggled to do today. Coming up next on 12 Sports Night at 10:30, ugly day for the Cardinals in Green Bay. We're going to check in with Lena Washington. She is on the road with the team. We'll take you inside the Cardinals locker room for a reaction. And our insider, Dan Bickley, is going to sound off on what this loss means for the Cardinals, right? Is there hope? We'll see. Plus, the Suns in Denver tonight for some preseason action. Only 10 days till opening night. No starters, so the rookies, they took flight. But don't look now. The Sun Devils have activated the Valley. Why Kenny Dillingham is the long-term answer in Tempe.
12 News at 10 will be right back.
Arizona news from 12 News on demand 24 hours a day with 12 Plus. Stream breaking news, weather impact alerts.
Here's the excessive heat warning.
Momcast with Emma Jade.
Help protect our kids online.
Locked on Sports.
D-back Cardinals Suns.
The biggest stories of the week on Weekend and more.
Here at 12 News, we strive to bring you the very best journalism.
12 Plus is a convenient way for you to watch 12 News on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. It's simple. We're even going to walk you through how to find and download 12 Plus. First, grab your remote and navigate to the search menu. Type in 12 News. Now, look for our logo with the Arizona State outline and download the app. That's it. When you click, it's an easy way for you to stay informed and the best way for you to join us here on 12 News. Download and watch 12 Plus for free right now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Recognize the history of Indigenous people and celebrate their communities. Artists will come together at the Indigenous Peoples Day PHX Fest to celebrate the culture, music, and art of Indigenous people. The event is happening at the Arizona Center on 3rd Street in Phoenix from 10 in the morning till 9 tomorrow night. It will also include a skateboard competition, food vendors, and more. A lot of people also celebrate the day as Columbus day in many parts of the country. Tickets still available online. Space